Hurricane, a tidal wave, essence perfect, life looks brilliant, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, yeah, you bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. Whoa, I can see, I can hear, going crazy by the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my hand. Ready to fight, ready to go. That's my final word. Second chances, I get the just get one. Pulling the game, pushing my brain with the candlelight. I catch my breath and let it burn, 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 burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape these gates I've been looking for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our local establishment and the Japanese wrestling update. I am your co-host, Andre C. Right over here, it's the ever effervescent, the wonderful princess herself. It's Melball.
Hi. What a day. It's a Friday. It's Friday.
I was literally about to sing the same thing.
I am the lyric girl, damn it. You will not take my lyrics from me. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a good day. Work today. Got a new cover protective screen for my phone, so it's like super clear now. Where my old one was like really old, part like a good chunk of the corner was like peeled up, so it was like all dirty and gross. So it's just like it's nice to be able to see my screen again properly.
Hey, but it's not gonna be long before we can't see you blending into the wall back there, being out in the sun all day.
I don't know. The walls are not that color. My computer's doing something, and I don't know what the hell is going on. Maybe it's because I'm
Sure.
red. It's creating red around me. I don't know because it's
Sure.
No,
Sure.
the walls are brown. They're not red. It's weird. It's a weird camera thing.
Sure. Hey, but just take the compliment. You're looking tan.
I am like and this is with me with wearing a hat all day long. I wear a hat all day long, so
SPF.
yeah.
Get that ish. We're getting solar flares up here. Craziness.
Solar flares.
Solar flare.
All I can think of when I hear solar flare is Dragon Ball Z. Somebody had like a flare attack. I can't remember who the heck it was, but I just remember something flare in Dragon Ball Z.
I feel like my friend Yvonne, Lady Tivish, would probably be able to correct me on this, but I feel like isn't that Bahamut's like main power move in Final Fantasy X?
I hated Final Fantasy X.
One of the Aeons. We're getting off topic here, 6 minutes in, and we're talking about Final Fantasy and not Japanese wrestling. What the heck?
Oh, Final Fantasy comes from Japan.
That's true. There are no wrestling moves in Final Fantasy X, though. So
yeah, you need Yakuza for that. The Yakuza games for that, because literally, I think Kenny Omega was in one. I know Okada was in one. A few other New Japan wrestlers over the years have been in the Yakuza games. So,
great, there you go.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk some Japanese wrestling, give you some news, the updates, and all that fun ish. There's a couple surprising stories that Mel's not going to know about that I'm about to drop in this show. But we're going to kick it off with a story that she does know. It's Marigold had their first show this past Monday. Marigold Fields Forever. We both got to watch this the other day.
Yes.
And we have our full review out over at on our channel, Andre Melball Wrestling Talk. So if you want to go check that over there. But we quickly want to go through the results of this show.
Mhm.
It kicked off introducing all the rookies of. Don't have their names up here, but introduced the rookies. It showed off the new 4 rookies. It showed off the 2 championships, the world title and the national title.
Mhm.
The red and white belts, very Rossio Gallo right there. So yeah, they did announce later in the show they're gonna have the Twin Star Championship, which is tag team titles, and the Superfly Championship, which is their
Mhm.
55-pound or 55 kg and under championship. So essentially their high speed, their junior heavyweight, their high speed version.
Yes, very excited for that. It's always fun when a new company kind of starts and you get to watch them kind of,
Mm.
the pun on words, blossom into a full kind of company. See what I did there?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
flowers.
yeah. So we kicked it off. It was Nani Takahashi versus Victoria Yuzuki in a passion injection match. Nani Takahashi taking the win here, but I thought Victoria Yuzuki looked so good coming out of this. Again,
Mhm.
coming out of being one of the top rookies in Stardom, winning the
Mhm.
Rookie of the Year over there, and then just getting being featured. Yes, she's in the opening match, but she's getting featured, being put in a more She's going to be put into prominent positions, which she will be doing throughout the entirety of the tour too.
Mhm. Mhm. It's good. It's good. It's a great opportunity for her. But how awesome was it also for Nane, one of the originators in Stardom, coming in and now an originator in Marigold? Really kind of being that veteran in that ring. And man, did she lay it in to Yuzuki. This was a battle for Yuzuki. Everything that she got, she had to work very, very hard to get
Mhm.
a number of moments where we were like, ooh, Nane, not nice. Not a.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we got the second match with Miku Aono versus defeating Nao Ishikawa, the other Tam Nakano.
Mhm,
As we realized when we were listening to commentary on this show, I love this match. Just probably as my personal match of the show, just because of how
mhm,
much I enjoyed this match. Again, 2 people I didn't know much about, and that
mhm.
drop kick in the corner to her. And Aono just she hits this like seated drop kick, and she literally bounces back. It was just the
Mhm.
best. Oh, just the best.
It was the best.
He was the best.
It was a very, very fun match. I also really, really enjoyed it because it was one of those nice single matches where these girls just went like hard, heavy hitting match. These girls were doing so good, and we know what Tanaka was capable of. So I wasn't surprised with the match that we got out of now. Yeah, it was a great match. I agree.
Yeah, and then talking about a hard hitting match, we got Mirai defeating Chiaki. It was essentially Mirai versus a younger, earlier version of herself, almost,
Pretty much, yeah.
almost. Yeah, and I love this. These 2 just beat the living piss out of each other with the chops,
Mhm,
the strikes, the elbows, everything. And Mirai taking Chiaki's head off with that lariat to finish it all and get the pin. That dude, awesome match.
mhm, mhm. What I loved about Mirai in this whole thing was that she was really the one. I mean, Nani had some new gear, but it was definitely like exactly what we would expect kind of out of Nani. If I was seeing her in All Japan, if I was seeing her in Stardom, I would expect to see her in an outfit like she had. Yuzuki completely changed her outfit. I'm not entirely sure about the other 2, but Mirai of the original girls from Stardom was the one person who had completely new gear. It was not something that I was used to seeing her in. It was not a styling that I expected out of her. When she came out, I was like, "Who the hell is this?" They're saying it's Mirai. It doesn't look like her. It was really, really awesome to see. Also, apparently an Oilers fan.
Yeah, had the orange and the blue in her hair, so.
Yeah, yeah, it looked really, really sharp on her too.
Yeah, and then we get into the tag team matches. Mai Sakurai and Zeta Steel versus Myla Grace and Nagisa Nozaki went to a
Oof.
15-minute draw. But again, really good match. I thought just everybody worked so well together. I think Zeta Steel and Mother Grace are kind of really good people that are going to stand out in here because again, one is from the UK, one is from America, but they have also have very distinctive styles that differ from the Japanese women too.
Absolutely. They were definitely very vocal. Usually, like the Japanese do tend to be pretty vocal when they are wrestling. But I did notice that the first couple matches, there wasn't as much. It was like they were trying to kind of figure out their footing, figure out the crowd kind of thing. Um, Zeta and Myla beacon at each other, beacon at the crowd, beacon at their opponents, beacon at their partners. It was so great. It was an overall really, really awesome feel. And I think everyone will appreciate the regular kind of women's gear that I am just privy to. We had two Barbie girls in this match, one with my Sakurai having that like nice black, white, and pink, kind of almost like I would say like Versace Barbie. And then we had Mila Grace with her hair. Like I loved the pigtails and the color of her gear reminded me of totally hair Barbie. It was like two different versions of Barbie fighting in the ring. It was great.
Yeah, I can't speak to that, but okay.
I would be concerned if you could.
And then we another tag match. It was Chika Goto and Kuki Amare, the Amethyst Butterfly, defeating Mitsa Matsui and Natsumi Shozuki. I think you and me, just off the videos and everything, we were both like going like, I really like this Kuki Amare or Amare Kuki. I don't know the
Amari
setup for
Cookie.
it.
Cookie is her last name.
Yeah,
For
Amare
us.
Kuki. Yeah, and she's just. And I think this whole match was awesome. Just and then Cookie did win it with a twisting splash off the top. But yeah, I really really enjoyed this match.
Yeah. The finish was very interesting because of how, for me anyway, how tall Cookie is. She's very, very tall, kind of like oh, who was the other girl? I said it was like a Lady C, like a more spunky version of Lady C. It wasn't her. I think it was her Cookie's partner.
Chika Goto.
Chikagoto, yes. She was very much like a spunky version of Lady C, but both of them very, very tall. Very, very tall, very towering over the other ladies. Very fun match though. Yes, I am gonna be a big fan of Amari Cookie.
And then in the main event, you had Bozilla, German wrestler, teaming up with former NXT women's wrestler Sari to defeat Julia and Utami Hayashishita. And that was a big surprise seeing Julia and Utami lose here. But I think it really helps build Bozilla, even though she didn't get the pin. She was just a powerhouse wrecking machine in this match.
Oh yeah, she was the immovable object in this match. They were trying so hard. They're feeding her drop kicks. They're feeding her double drop kicks. It just was not moving her at all. Um, I would say she's going to be like that kind of immovable object, much how like Nyla Rose was in AEW's women division for a while there. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing more of Bozilla. I'm also very curious to see the situation with Julia and where Utami kind of fits into all that because she and Bozilla seem to have some unfinished business, and I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, I agree. Because again, they really there is an opportunity to really see something special with Bozilla versus Utami Hayashishita.
100%.
Yeah, and speaking of this match, we're gonna get to our next story. Julia broke her wrist in this match. Somebody online was saying she did it like 4 minutes into the match, so she did it quite early in the match.
I told ya.
You're right. But yeah, she had she's got a fractured wrist, specifically the distal end of her right radius. Again, I'm pulling this off of the online. So, yeah, so she ended up missing the Hana Kimura show, which happened yesterday, but she did appear at the show and came out and spoke to the crowd and everything. So yeah, but yeah, Mari Gold has confirmed that her and Sari will face off on July 13th in a singles match at their big show on that date. Hopefully her arm is healed because she is also supposed to compete on, I think, July 7th at NXT Heat. I want to say Heat Wave.
You
And
have to confirm with Ed and Astrid on that one, yeah.
yeah, and supposedly challenging for the NXT Women's Championship at that show, whoever the champion may be by that point. But yeah, interesting stuff here.
I mean, the Japanese doctors. I mean, we saw what happened with Kenta. We saw what happened with Hiromu. We've seen them pull Finley. We've seen them pull Akira. Like, they will pull people if they're injured, and they do tend to keep them out for quite some time to ensure that they are ready to go back. Ishimori, another one with his neck issue. But more recently, I mean, specifically also with the wrist, we saw local favorite Son of Irish broke his wrist at a show in what, February, March?
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to be seeing him wrestling this Saturday against
Yeah,
Christian Star. Is it Christian Star or Chris Star?
Christian Star, yeah.
Christian Star. So, like, you know, I think maybe we'll be able to gauge a little bit. I mean, Son of Irish obviously significantly younger than Julia, but both of them are stubborn as hell. So I suspect that they wouldn't let her wrestle if they didn't think she was capable of wrestling. But that's also like a month away. So, you know, maybe there's a chance that something, you know, happens and she might not be able to make it, but maybe there's also the chance that nothing happens and she heals up really good and her career skyrockets in North America.
Yeah. And we're gonna continue on the injury train here. I'm gonna ride this injury train for a couple more cars, actually.
Damn it.
Yeah. Update on Eddie Kingston,
No,
who got
yes.
hurt. Got hurt. Along with the broken leg that he did suffer, he also tore his ACL and his meniscus on top of breaking whatever he broke in his leg. So again, there like I wish all the best for him because again, we really over this last year have really come to enjoy what he has done in New Japan because neither of us cared for him at all before last year's G1, and this will take him out. Yeah, and you're right, it is going to take him out for the rest of the year because with ACL and meniscus, he's going to have surgery. He's not going to be back till at least into a couple months into next year at least.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate because, like, yeah, we were looking forward to potentially seeing him again in the June one. Yeah, kind of sucks. That being said, though, I mean, the charisma this guy has is just immeasurable. So I think, and also his attention to his like own mental health as well. I feel that he is in a position to make the best, which is weird to say, of this injury, and that in the next however many months that he has to recover, I suspect he's going to be popping up a lot in social media in some way. If they really want to think about it, still give him work. I mean, they could have him be a commentator on AEW because all he has to do is sit.
Yeah.
You know,
Again,
still get the travel, still get the opportunity, still have the ability to manage his mental health by still being around other people, being around fans, still being a part of the action. There's so many things that he could do in this time. Or he could also just hide away and totally rebuild himself and come back shockingly and not tell anybody. That'd be cool.
I know there was an AEW podcast that they do. I know it's one of the female referee and Tony Schiavone. I don't know if it's still around, but like that would be a great position for him to talk about the week of professional wrestling. Keeps him active, keeps him in people's ears. He's a great talker. He's a great I always respected him for his talk and his delivery and everything. I just didn't care for watching him in the ring, but I love watching him in the ring now. I think get him into that podcast side, get him into something where he can use the other side of his personality, use his personality, use his the speech and everything that he does so well.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump to another injury update. Sonata. He was injured
Oh
there back
yeah.
in April during the Road
Hmm.
to Dontaku tour. But but
But
good things are on the horizon. That NJPW has announced that Sonata is medically cleared to and preparing for his in-ring return. We're going to talk about his
yeah.
in-ring return later on in this show. But yeah, he will be coming back in the near future.
Yay. Yay.
Yeah.
Gotta be happy when the guy who looks like my gym crush is coming back.
And one last injury update, which this one really kind of hurts me right now because guy's doing
Hmm.
such amazing work in this, especially in this
Yeah.
last couple months, during this month. Francesco Akira. He will
Why?
miss the rest of the tournament with a knee injury. Yeah, it just they're pulling him out because again, whatever he did, they don't want him to uh, keep aggravating the knee and keep making it worse,
Hmm.
which sucks for him. Again, it's reminiscent. Taiji Shibori getting taken out last year with the cervical. I think it was a
Hmm.
cervical spine injury,
It's the
or it
neck
was in,
issue, yeah,
yeah,
against
and
Romo, yeah.
yeah. So again, in this one, I think it was against Taiji Shimori when things came to a head, and then he did the Drilla match, which
It
focused on the knee.
was.
And then they did the Drilla match, which focused on the knee. It was very quick, but yeah, it sucks to see him out because
Mhm.
he's an Empire baby. I love this dude.
Oh yeah, and he was doing so good. So good in the tournament. Like he wasn't like picking up every win, but the performances that he was giving in this tournament were just
Mm-hmm.
reinvigorating the United Empire, especially with his tag team partner TJP not doing so good. He was kind of the focal point, kind of keeping United Empire alive in this because Cobb is obviously not around right now. Khan is also not around. I think we only have Akira, TJP, and Callum on this tour for United Empire guys. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely it feels a little bit like a loss, for sure. And knee injuries are so janky. They can go so well or they can go so bad. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just hoping that it doesn't have too much of an impact on him because his speed is a lot of where his like power kind of comes from in that ring. So speedy recovery to Amore. Hope
Mm-hmm.
he comes back soon.
Yeah. And speaking of the best of Super Juniors, we're going to get into it. We're going to give you an update on the brackets. Kick it off. And these are as of May 26th. Why do I keep saying March? Oh, I
You
keep doing
made
this
it
on our
through
show.
one episode. You made it through
Did
one
it.
episode,
I
man.
did it on our show too. So this is as of May 22nd. This past Tuesday, the last show that had happened. The next show is until Sunday. So in the A block, you have El Desperado and Teton, both with 10 points at the top of the A block. Then you have Blake Christian, Clark Connors, and Hayata still easily in this tournament with 8 points. Then you have TJP and Bushi. TJP Bushi and Kevin Knight, each one can
Mhm,
only at most get 10 points. So I feel that those three are mathematically eliminated now because the
mhm,
chances of Teton or El Desperado getting to 12 is so much higher. And then
mhm,
with losses to guys who have 8 points, again, tiebreakers wouldn't favor either
mhm,
in most cases. So, or it would be a very complicated way to figure out the tiebreakers. So
mhm,
I
mhm.
feel like at that point those guys are out. So yeah, then you have Kosei Fujita at 4 points and Yoshinobu Kanemaru at 4 points, both mathematically eliminated from the tournament.
Mhm. A buoy. But hey, at least my pick is still kind of in the running for it. I'm pretty happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Go, Blake. I finally figured out your name.
I can't even remember who I picked to win out of. So we each picked two out of the A block, then we picked our finals. So because you out each block. My winner isn't even in this block, so nor is yours.
No,
Yeah.
no. But I still want the bragging rights. Who doesn't?
I know, and it doesn't matter. My guy's gonna win B block, so that's all that matters. He's gonna win B block. He's gonna win the finals. We all know it.
I mean, he has to beat my guy, though.
Well, he
And
already
I don't
lost. He
think
already
he did.
lost to your guy. He lost to your guy. It's true.
Yeah, so I mean, look where my baby is.
Well, again, my guy could still get into the semifinals. So we'll see. There's 2 more days before the semifinals. So let's go. Let's go, Drilla. So alone in first. Robbie Eagles. Again, I love me some TMDK. I love me some Robbie Eagles, but I didn't pick him for this. And then what is it? Sho, Drilla Maloney, Taiji Ishimori, Doki, Hiromu Takahashi, and Kushida all tied for second with 8 points. This block is it up? I guess both blocks are insane here, but there's some years we see certain ways that we know who's at least one of the guys. Like I look at A block and I go, okay, it's either going to be El Desperado or Teton as one of the 2 representatives going into the semifinals. One of those 2 guys will go to the semifinals, along with maybe with the other or one of the guys that has 8 points. This one is so wide open because, again, Eagles has 10, but there's a chance that he loses out his last 2 matches, and he gets surpassed by 2 people because he got the default win against he gets the default win. So that's 2 of his points. Same with against Akira. Same with Sho. This does include the default. I'm pretty sure here. Doki gets a default win, and so does Hiromu Takahashi. So again, how does Akira's being pulled from this affect the point totals at the end in how this tournament was built too? That's the other question. So we'll see. I feel that Drilla Maloney still has 2 more wins in him. So let's hope. At least 2.
You also have to look at who he's facing, though. He's facing arguably the best junior in this entire division in Hiromu Takahashi, and arguably the most aggressive and dangerous person right now in Taiji Ishimori. He already eliminated Akira.
And then Ninja Mac. Yeah, he's got a 3rd match against Ninja Mac. B Block still has 3 matches left.
I'm not seeing it on the thing, but okay.
If you go over, it says 5.31. That's just again on the one half. It shows the dates.
So. Oh, okay, yeah, over there, past the diagonal line. Well, I'm not gonna lie though. The match that I am most curious about for the results is Dragon Dia versus Sho.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting because, does he get an upset win over the champion to screw him out of his chance at going to the finals?
Well, I'm gonna put it this way: it's gonna look really bad to me personally. You might think differently, but it's gonna look really bad if they invite Dragon Dia over and don't let him get at least 2 points. So he's got to be beating somebody. And look who he has left. He's got Ninja Mac, he's got Sho, and he's got Kushida. Ninja Mac, I think, and him are going to have a great match. I don't know how that's going to go. Kushida, I think, is going to work the fizzity yucking crap out of him. But Sho, that's the one I'm curious about. I think that's where he's going to pick up his 2 points.
And again, I see him playing spoiler for that too. So there's such a weird little chance, right? So,
I mean, he's a little dude. I don't know if he's weird, but he's a little dude. Why not play that little spoiler?
Yeah, I'm down to see him play spoiler to Sho, especially because I don't need we don't need the cheating champion winning his block and getting to pick his opponent because he's picking Kanemaru at that point or Dick Togo, and it's just going to be a sham of a match whenever we get it.
Are they allowed to pick anybody? Would he be allowed to pick Dick Togo?
If the champion wins, if the champion wins, they get to select their opponent and it can be anybody they want within their division. Yeah. And Togo is technically a junior.
I don't like that.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, I don't like your ideas. Let's go with mine with Dragon Dia beating him and him not being in the
that's
finals.
what I want to see too. Don't worry. So we move on. We're gonna talk Fantastica Mania Mexico. This show is coming up. I gotta pull up the date here. Just give me a sec. There we go.
June 24th.
Yes, June 24th or June 21st.
June
Yeah.
24th to June
It's the
24th.
21st of June, 2024. Yeah, 21st of June, 2024.
There we go.
Yeah. And matches have been announced for this show. Starting with the one you see on your screen. It is Stephanie Vacquier will be defending her strong women's championship against La Catalina, who I'll admit I am not familiar with.
I am not either. But I like saying her name.
Oh, she's got a great name. La Catalina.
La Catalina. It's fun to say. Catalina.
Yeah. On top of it, we are going to get Mystico versus Hiromu Takahashi on that show, which just recently announced. We've got Rocky Romero and Taiji Ishimori versus Mascara Dorada and Templario.
Whoa. Ishimori. And Rocky?
Yeah. That's what it says, according to Cage Match.
Against Templario and who?
Mascara Dorada.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a weird one because it's Bullet Club and Chaos. I don't understand.
Could they not get another Bullet Club person? Could they not get another Hantai person? They seem pretty available.
Well, Rocky's Chaos too. That's the funny part.
Well, I mean, Hantai Chaos.
Again, I don't know if that one's fully confirmed, being that I haven't seen an announcement other than on Cage Match for that one. So I don't know if it's been edited on. But again, it's on Cage Match and they're usually very accurate and they don't usually update unless it's been announced somewhere. Then you have Zack Sabre Jr. and Rev Pro undisputed British heavyweight champion Michael Oku to take on Volador Jr. and Averno. The Brits versus Team British versus Team Mexico. Yeah, man.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and then the one I think me and Mel were laughing about the other day, it's Los Depredadores, Magica? Oh, sorry, it's Magnus and Rugido taking on the Wolf Zaddies, Bad Dude Tito, the new MLW National Openweight Champion, and Shea Cabrera.
Big Toots. Big Toots. Real quick, hi to Astrid, who's in the comments, who you haven't said hi to
apologize.
Yet.
I had other screens open.
Keep your screens closed.
Well, I need to see them to talk about the stuff we're talking about. Oh. You can clip that.
Yeah, Big Teats. It's always good to see Big Teats. I just saw one of his moves the other day, Dingle Dangle. It was very questionable. Dingle Dangle. Love you. It was I hope we see it again. I found it absolutely fracking hilarious. I need somebody here locally to start doing a dingle dangle for me, please. Anybody.
I think Andy Anderson would be a great guy to do a dingle dangle.
I mean, he wouldn't call it a dingle dangle. He'd call him something crass. Like something like a prostate something or scrotum something. Scrotum scrubber. but someone needs to do it here because I need to yell dingle dangle more. I just love it.
Oh,
I don't
Jesus,
see enough spindly bindlies to call them enough.
Oh, it's not a spindly Bentley.
Rolling spindly bindly. Correction.
It's a rolling Death Valley driver.
Spindly
Oh,
bindly. Oh,
we're gonna get
glorious,
on to
glorious
another.
chaos.
We're gonna talk some funny stuff, some more funny here.
How is
It's
that funny?
it is because do you remember a few months ago where you saw a match of Minoru Suzuki and
Well, that's a
another person
subway.
fight? Yes, so they are
What?
going to have the match is now on New Japan or on Wrestle Universe. So go check it out. It's under DDT. The match is now on Wrestle Universe. Them fighting in the subway car or whatever the heck it was, or the speed
Uh,
car, the fast thing they have those the
the
monorails, whatever they're
the
called.
jet train or something like that.
Yeah, that super fast train they have over there.
It goes zoom
Yeah,
zoom.
yeah. So now they're gonna have another match, and they're gonna fight in a street car.
Ding 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 went the trolley.
So
Oh no, clang 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 went the trolley.
and I'm reading this. This is all this is from Andrew Thompson over at Post Wrestling. He had a really good write up on this, so thank you, Andrew Thompson from Post Wrestling. Says the match will start at the Arakawa Shakome station. If you want to be in the streetcar, it'll cost you 20,170 yen, which it's in US dollars is $128.69, which is like probably like 170 Canadian. It'll get you a seat and come with an item that Minoru Suzuki that Suzuki and Takagi will have autographed.
That is freaking awesome.
I just laughed so hard that
Why
I
are you
hear they're gonna.
laughing? You know, if we were there, we would totally do it.
Oh, 100%. But I just laugh that they're running this back again, and I think it's just pure genius to do this.
It's DDT.
Mhm.
DDT seems to be that place where you have this just eclectic mix of like really good wrestling and some batshit insane stuff. Like we've seen Mao, Mao,
Meow, meow,
Mao dressed up
meow.
like Godzilla, firing Roman candles at some dude dressed up like a lumberjack who wasn't Larry in the ring. Like it it's funny, it's ridiculous. But the fact that Minoru Suzuki is more than happy to be involved should tell you that it's going to be great.
Mm. I think this is going to be so good, and I cannot wait to see it when they finally put it on Wrestle Universe. So,
Yes. Yes. So
and
good.
getting into our final story, we're going to talk about a show that I still can't. A show talking about the sequel to a show I still can't purchase because it won't let me purchase it from Canada. To another show that I tried to, even though there was a click that said America, so I clicked it and it said I can't buy it, and I'm like, the hell. All together
Because we
again is
aren't American.
yes, but it says people in the Philippines can buy it. People in other countries can buy it. Why can't Canada buy it? That's my problem. I'm gonna have to get a
Blame
VPN.
Canada.
I'm gonna have to get a VPN. I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to pay for a VPN until I can see the original, the last altogether show, and this one. I want
We'll
them so
get some
badly.
contacts going.
So the card has been released for this new Altogether Again event, which is in. I need the date. I can't remember the date to it. On June 15th. So I got a couple weeks to figure out how to get this show. So it's going to kick off TMDK, Kosei Fujita, Robbie Eagles, and Zack Sabre Jr. Representing Team New Japan against Team Noah of one of the rookies, Yu Owada, the national champion Hayata, and former MMA fighter now pro wrestler Yuka Sasaki.
I'm sorry, did we say the first one was
Uh,
a rookie?
the Yeah, I think that one of them, the one in the back, I think, is
What was his name?
Yu Owada.
You
Y
Owada.
U
Okay, it's the one at the
Owada.
bottom. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, he's the one in the back.
He's probably taking a loss, which is
Yeah.
fortunate for Team Noah. But I mean, I have gotten to really quite like the styling of Hayata. So if he is the foundation of what we have to look forward to coming out of these two guys, ooh, yeah, give it
Mhm.
to me. Especially if you're going to be putting it in there with two amazing submission magicians in Zack Sabre Jr. and Koji Fujita. But then you got that combo breaker with Robbie Eagles there. That's going to be great. It's going to be a great match.
Well, I just like the fact that you have the former MMA guy who's probably extensively trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and stuff going up against a guy like Zack Sabre Jr. I think it's going to be they're going to be able
Mhm.
to tie it up and have a great wrestle around match. So,
Oh yeah, 100%. And then even Koji Fujita. I mean, we've
mhm,
seen how hard he hits. He's been really putting in that work over the last couple months, especially with his tour with Robbie Eagles in Australia. You know,
mhm.
the tutelage of Zack Sabre Jr., the tutelage of Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols. I mean, get him big teats, and oh my God, he's going to be unstoppable.
Mhm. Yeah. Second match of the evening of that show, Azumi versus Star. It's AZM Azumi versus SLK Starlight Kid. Let's go.
Frick yes! Every freaking time these two women step in the ring, it is fire. Fire,
Mhm.
fire, fire. Whether it's the ring is on fire, their feet are on fire, there's fire. Oh, that's going to be great. Especially now that Starlight Kid is no longer a heel. Azumi has always been that person who's kind of like a LIJ person. She kind of walks that line, deviating from time to time to one side or the other. But Starlight Kid now, part of the Cosmic Angels very much face. Or no, yeah, sort of.
She's not
Sort of.
officially Cosmic Angels, but she's
There's a loose
more.
affiliation.
It's an affiliation that she's working with them, but she's not a member. At least according to
Yeah,
Stardom's website, she's still shown in the unaffiliated category.
it's only a matter of time. I mean, they put Aya Sakura and
Sayaka Kurara.
Aya Sakura
And Sayaka
and
Kurara.
Sayaka Kurara. They put them in there pretty quickly, so I can understand why they would maybe be holding them back a little bit because now Cosmic Angels have become the Oedo Tai where they're getting pretty big, getting a lot of
Mhm.
members. We need some new factions.
And we get Bishamon representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto, taking on Daichi Hashimoto and Daisuke Sekimoto from Big Japan Wrestling. I look really forward to. I'm actually a big fan of Daichi Hashimoto and Daisuke Sakamoto. They're both really good. I've seen stuff from both of them. Sakamoto, he's been around a good long while. I've seen some really cool matches of his over the years, so I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this.
Sakamoto's the one in the front there with the beard.
Yes, he is.
I do recognize his face.
Mm, yeah.
Um, I'm probably gonna need some time to feel better about this, but like at the same time, because like I love Goto and I like Yoshihashi. I'm really sick and tired of seeing Bishamon right now. However, this is them taking on someone who is not a part of NJPW. It's taking away the
Mm.
repetition. So there's a higher than usual possibility that I'm actually going to really enjoy this and really enjoy seeing these two guys wrestle. So yeah,
And
bring it on. Bring it on.
that's why I have the feeling for this match. I actually look forward to it because of the fact that it's a new team.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. So the next match is an interesting one. So you have it's a mixed bag. It's Tetsuya Endo from DDT, Ryohei Oiwa from who is in Noah but is from New Japan, and Shota Umina who's from New Japan, taking on Kazusada Higuchi from DDT along with the Great Okan and Jeff Cobb from the United Empire in New Japan.
I'm
He
trying to
looks,
make sense of the image because,
yeah,
like, is everyone's hair just black and just blending into the background there?
yep.
Oh, okay. Because, like, dude on Shota's team, like, half his head looks like it's just awkwardly parted out.
Yeah, well, it's
Weird.
Oiwa for one of Oiwa's the one on the left. Yeah, because he has a two-tone hair color now.
Yeah, he's got the
Then
skunk head going, yeah.
And then Endo must have he has to have the same thing because
And then what's his face? I can't read that. It's too
Higuchi.
small on the other side. Yeah, same thing. Even Cobb's
Yeah.
head is disappearing a little bit.
Yep.
Um, interesting combination kind of going here, but I think it's gonna be great because I saw Ryohei Oiwa on the show that we watched with the Marigold girls debuting
Mhm.
against the Noah girls. And Oiwa was hella impressive. Like the things that he has learned since leaving New Japan, it's just up, 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 up. So I'm interested to see how this goes. And I'm really interested to see how United Empire kind of fares in this. Because they have been, I don't want to say squandering a little bit, but they have been kind of losing a little bit of steam with the departure of Will Ospreay after his defeat.
Yeah.
So
And,
yeah. Well,
and
I'm
Oiwa,
I'm hopeful.
yeah, and Oiwa, I think is a weird mystery in this match because he actually just recently turned on Kaito Kiyomiya and the All Rebellion team. So
Right.
and how is he going to work with Umino and everything? So like they're like it's gonna be interesting to see how this all fares out.
What? I didn't know about that. That would explain why I've seen a lot of clips of them in matches against each other and not with each other, though.
Well, he just turned on him this past week at
Yeah, I
the
just saw
Torture
some
Hall show.
clips over the last couple days of
Yeah,
him opposite Kaido, and I was like, oh, maybe they're just doing some weird mismatchy thing because there didn't seem to be too much chaos in there. But oh, sir, don't be doing no Bullet Club ish. We don't like that here.
mm. And then we'll have the return of Sonata teaming up with his boy Yuya Uemura to take on El Presidente Hiroshi Tanahashi and Narumichi Mirafuji.
I I got excited, and then I saw who he was teaming with, and I got less excited, and then I saw Marufuji, and I'm like, "Hey, that's exciting." And then I saw El Presidente again. I'm like, "God damn it." You know what? I think though, if anybody is going to make this match feel good and everything, it's going to be Sonata with El Presidente.
Hmm.
I think Marufuji still moves really, really good. I think I was just comparing Kozi Fujita to him most recently. Um, I'm not a Yuya fan. He has not won me over yet. And so like every time I see him, I'm kind of like, ugh. I'm hoping, hoping that in this time away, that Sonata has been able to kind of start to find some of that personality that he had when he was with LIJ so that he can reformat it to the new Sonata in Just Five Guys so that they can start to elevate Just Five Guys a little bit more and maybe make Yuya a little bit more palatable. But I am a little concerned about not about the in-ring ability or performance of this match, but I am a little concerned about the charisma and the energy of the show being sucked out
Yeah.
at this point.
Well, you get the black hole of charisma that is Sonata, and the smaller black hole of charisma that is Yuya Uemura. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just a lot of sucking happening in the wrong direction.
but this is gonna be a hell of a meat madness match. It's gonna be Tomohiro Ishii versus Masa Kitamiya. These two faced off earlier this year at the Noah's New Year event in what was an incredible, just two dudes beating the piss out of each other. They then fought at the last all together event in May when it was Ishii and Daisuke Sakamoto from Big Japan, and it was Kitamiya teaming up with Jeff Cobb. and
Mhm,
from everything I've read, an incredible meat madness match again of four big guys
mhm.
smashing. And I cannot, I cannot wait to get my hands on this show just to see these two just smashing into each other repeatedly.
A battle of the immeasurable neck would
Yeah.
appear. Is that, Kira Mia? Was he a part of, oh, what's his name? Was he a part of Kona?
Uh, he was part of Keno's group. It
Yeah,
was
wasn't it
part. It
called
was
Kona?
no,
I
it's
don't remember.
it was the team that faced off against LAJ there a
Yeah, that's what I'm
year and a half.
saying, the all
Yeah,
red boys.
yeah, he is
Okay,
one
that's
of
where
them.
I
Yeah,
recognize his face from. Okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, big meaty men slapping meat. That's what this one's
yeah,
gonna be.
yeah. The next match is it is
Oh, Jesus.
Lij Titan Bushi, Hiroma Takahashi, Yota Tsuji, and Shingo Takagi representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, taking on the good-looking War Dogs, Drilla Maloney, Clark Connors from the War Dogs, along with the good-looking guys LJ Cleary, Anthony Green, and Jack Morris. This is
Hmm,
this is Jake Lee's. These are three guys from Jake Lee's crew in Noah, the good-looking guys, teaming up
okay.
with two guys from Jake Lee's crew in New Japan.
It works.
It does.
It connects the stories, right? It connects the stories over companies, which I like. We've been talking a lot about it with like Mina Shirakawa going back and forth with AEW. I like the crossover. It shows a lot of team camaraderie among the companies, knowing that they are stronger united than they are battling with each other. Shocking.
Mm,
Yeah, interesting combination of LIJ though. Um,
you'll see why.
yeah. Oh no.
Oh, we'll talk about
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these good-looking guys. They're
it.
good looking.
That's a
That's all I
gimmick.
got.
Again, they're really good. They're all like the guys from the team are really like, they're all really good professional wrestlers in there.
Hmm,
Morris and Green are the current GHC tag champs,
mhm.
and another two other guys in their team are the current junior tag champs. So yeah,
No, so we got two tag teamers going up in one team. That's pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. I really like that. You have the junior champions from uh, NJPW teaming up with the heavyweight tag champs uh,
Mhm.
from Noah. I like the combination.
So there's four juniors and one heavyweight on the good-looking War Dog side, and there's
No, no,
three
no,
juniors
no, no.
and two heavyweights.
There's three heavyweights and two juniors on the good
Oh,
looking
three
Warlock.
heavyweights and two junior. Oh,
Yeah. Well, I'm not exactly
oh.
sure what Cleary is, but I know the two in the front are the GHC heavyweight tag champs.
I feel like I've seen the Clary guy, and I feel like he's tall.
Yeah, I think he is a heavyweight. So you're kind of actually giving the weight size advantage to the good looking War Dogs because again, Drilla is not a small
Mhm.
junior either.
I mean, arguably, no. He can
No.
yeet them around as easily as he can yeet around the little boys.
Hmm.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I think so. And then the semi-main event of the evening. It is
Ooh.
Team All Rebellion. This is the crew
Oh.
that Ryohei Oiwa turned down joining. It is Alejandro in the back with the mask on. Keno,
Ale Alejandro.
Keno on the left, and Kaito Kiyomiya. They are representing Pro Wrestling Noah against Gabe Kidd, David Finley, and Yo Hey, who is a
Yo,
junior
hey.
he's a junior from Good Looking Guys. So again, it's the Good Looking War Dogs versus All Rebellion.
Hey. I'm excited. I really like Yohei. I really, really like it. His wrestling is so good. He's got such charisma, such personality. Very, very exciting person to watch. Putting him with someone as unhinged as Gabe Kidd, who's probably going to be even more unhinged because now he's walking around with a title. He's probably going to feel entitled, which is going to be great entertainment for us. Then you got David Finley, who is just like the mastermind right now. He really has kind of taken NJPW on his shoulders. I would actually feel that the company is shouldered on him right now above John Moxley. It's crazy. Wrong person has the wrong title. Gotta switch them. Yeah, girl. You know what it is. The Ginger
and,
Ninja, David
and then
Finley.
yeah,
So,
and again,
okay, I need to ask for confirmation because did Owiwa like violently turn on them, or did he just be like, "No thanks"?
I don't know the full stuff. I haven't seen the show yet, so I couldn't tell you for sure. I just know from everything I've read, he turned on them. So I assume he attacked somebody. I assume he
Yeah.
attacked Mia in that. So
I mean, it would make sense. This is interesting because this is almost like a soft kind of warm up for what's going to happen between those two at some point, isn't it?
well, again, this is on the 13th, and then I think it's 2 or 3 days later. You have Gabe Kidd versus Kaito Kiyomiya for the GHC titles. So this is kind of leading to their match, and then the main
Could you
event.
imagine? Could you imagine, real quick, if Gabe Kidd wins that title, the ego and the chaos that would ensue? It'd kind of be awesome to see.
Well, he's the American New Japan champion. He's a strong champion. He represents
Hmm.
essentially New Japan of America, and if he wins
Hmm.
another company's championship, that would be insane.
I mean, arguably, what did Eddie Kingston just do, though? He had
Well, yeah,
multiple belts.
he had an AEW title, he had an ROH title, and he had the New Japan title all in one shot. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is again, there's a conglomerate going on there. We know that AEW and ROH and NJPW, they're all working together, but still, it's like it's impressive to have a belt on every show and be worthy of it. That's the harder part, to be worthy of it. Because I love me some Jay White and the Booty Boys, but where the fizzity yuck are they when they're the ROH Trios champions?
Oh,
They're
you need to go on a ramble when the Booty Boys are on there and talk about them being the Booty Boys. 'Cause to
they
me,
are the Booty Boys.
they're the ass boys for one, and two, they're the guns.
Booty guns. Booty gun boys.
All right, let's talk the main event, and it is Tetsuya
Yeah.
Naito versus the leader of good looking guys, Jake Lee. Wow,
Mm.
again, these guys have been going to war for the last little while. This was announced. This was actually the first thing announced for this show, coming off
Mhm.
of their 5-on-5 elimination tag. And that's where this all came from. I am so looking forward to seeing this match whenever I get a chance to see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna just be so good.
Yeah, I feel like we're kind of like looking at the male version of what we saw on the Murray Gold show with Mirai and Chiaki, where we were looking at a younger version of Mirai and Chiaki. I feel like we're getting this in Tetsuya Naito and Jake Lee. We're looking at the younger version of Tetsuya Naito in Jake Lee and the older version of Tetsuya Naito taking on each other. It's going to be so great. It's going to be so
Mhm.
great because the mind games that we know both of these guys are capable of doing is going to create such an interesting and chaotic story. Because there's probably at some point in time going to be ringside stuff. Like, I feel like Jake Lee, with his involvement with the War Dogs, that's not going to be a quiet match. It's not going to be a one-on-one match. It's going to probably have not House of Torture level shenanigans, but there's going to be shenanigans.
Well, the fact that he has both the War Dogs behind him, plus his own faction of the good-looking guys behind him,
Hmm.
that's a huge like conglomerate of a team to really be doing something there, right? So
Hmm.
yeah.
It's a good combination there. And then just the numbers there are going to outnumber LIJ because you've got the other, what, 5 members? Got 6 members total. You got how many members there from Bullet Club, and then you got how many members there for the good looking guys? That's going to be a numbers game. Naito's gonna have to maybe pull some strings, see if he's got some friends in the locker room who also don't like the good looking guys.
That could come in the
Maybe
form of a Keno or something in that world. So they
Keno.
they patched it up after they had their war. So
I mean, did they do?
according to
Do they
storyline,
ever do? Hey, you never know. You never know. I would assume Kaido would be in there. So yeah, if Kaido is teamed with Keno, that would make sense.
yeah,
But yeah, it's gonna be great. And this is gonna be the main?
that's the main event. Oh,
Oh, glorious chaos.
this whole show is going to be something special, and I'm so pissed. I gotta
Yeah.
find a way to buy this because I need to see that
Yes.
match.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So we have come to the end of another episode of the Japanese Wrestling Update. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for joining us here. You can find me on the X at That Candid Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at That Candid Dude. You can find me on Facebook at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk, and our YouTube page where we talked about Mario Gold to start off the top of the show. You can see our full review of Mario Gold over there at youtube.com/at Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk, and all the other great shows we have covering Japanese wrestling in the local independent wrestling scene on our channel. And if you're looking for any of mine and Mel's content from Andre Melball's Talk, you can go to SundayNightsMainEvent.com, hit the RSS feed. You can find our shows over there. Everything covering our Japanese wrestling stuff we do on our channel will be up there, and you can support them at patreon.com/SNME Radio for only $4 American per month. You can find me here this coming Wednesday as a hangout with Ed and my other tag team partner, and we're going to talk on the MC Rebound on Marvel Talk, Thor: The Dark World, which isn't the worst of the movies, but it's in the bottom 5, that's for sure.
Hey, could be worse. Could be worse.
Not really.
It could be worse.
No,
You've already watched some of the worst.
I saw the worst. Yeah, you're right. The Hulk and Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3. Yeah, you're right. It's funny because
we've gotten through the forest, my friend.
Yeah,
Focus.
and even Phase 4 I think is better than any of those low end Phase 1 and 2 movies. So, but yeah, you can find me over there this coming Wednesday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. So check us out. And I want to give a quick shout out to our boy Mike the Ref over at youtube.com/backbreaker video. All the great content he puts out there, and check out his Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Mike the Ref, and replays of his gaming content at youtube.com/@backbreaker_gaming. Melball, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can find her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can find her on everything else: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. You can also find me here doing Japanese Wrestling Update with this guy at our usual time on Friday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Unless it's not, then we will let you know. Next week, we will be doing a pre-recorded episode because we will be attending the Love Pro Wrestling show here, where we are going to get to see our favorite senior Fringe, who has been lacking Fringe lately, Royce Isaacs. I'm excited because he just came off that crazy match against Filthy Tom Lawler. I think we need to have a conversation with him about that real quick.
Very much so.
Yeah. So stay tuned to the OLE socials to see when that is coming out. You can also catch me on Astro Pizarro's YouTube channel where we do our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase. We have an episode coming up soon because we are behind and we got stuff to talk about. We got lots of stuff to talk about. So stay tuned to our socials to see when that's coming out. If you're wanting to watch Stardom, New Japan Wrestling, or anything else that we mentioned today, I believe you said DDT is on Wrestle Universe.
DDT, Marigold, and Noah are all on Wrestle Universe.
There you go. You can check stardom-world.com, njpwworld.com, or wrestleuniverse.com. It is 999 yen on NJPW World and Wrestle Universe, or 920 yen on Stardom-World. That works out to approximately 10 Canadian. Shout out Sean Spears. But it's more like 750. Ah. But that is still an amazing price to watch some amazing wrestling, especially for Wrestle Universe. You get so many companies with one payment. Check it out. Andre, are you okay over there?
I am perfectly fine.
Just vibing right out, doing my pose and everything. My trusted friend and colleague, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
Just want to say thank y'all for joining us here. We really do. We really do appreciate it. Please join us again here next week. For our show, pre-recorded show next week. Please join us tomorrow. The FA Cup watch along is tomorrow. There's the Queen of the Ring review tomorrow. There is Bobby's Point of View on Sunday. There's going to be Double or Nothing pay-per-view review on Sunday. And all the regular content we got coming out this coming week. So please tune in to check out all of that. I'm gonna throw the calendar up one more time here at the end for y'all so that you can see everything that's coming out this weekend.
Yay! And that being said, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Adios.
Hurricane, a tidal wave, essence perfect, lifeless radiance, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough.